Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnanadevula channel. In this story session, we'll go through the story of Bhoja. Bhoja was a great king. We will go through his story. And the story is a story told by 32 dolls. 32 dolls on the throne. We'll go through that story now. But before we go to the story, please like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Long ago, there was a big and then beautiful city called Ujjaini. Ujjaini, even to this day, the city is there in Madhya Pradesh. It was ruled by a very courageous and very honest king named Bhoja Raja. His kingdom was very prosperous and all the people were very, very happy. But in the nearby forest, there were a lot of wild animals and which would stray into the city and into the border areas, and it would trouble people. The wild animals would prey on domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, etc. And it was a problem for the dwellers who resided in the forest, nearby forest areas. So he was always determined to protect his subjects. Therefore, Bhoja Raja decided to deal with the problem himself. That is, he going and hunting on the animals. So one bright morning, King Bhoja Raja, along with his guards, he set out on a hunting expedition. Leading his hunters and guards deep into the forest, they went. The hunt was quite successful. They drove away many of the wild beasts, and some of the wilder beasts were killed, and the menace was controlled. By noon, however, the sun was very hot, it was blazed fiercely. The Bhoja and his men were very much tired. They were hungry and thirsty also. So whatever they had brought it, they had consumed, but still they were feeling thirsty, hungry, thirsty, and then they wanted to take some rest also. So they were very far away from the comforts of the palace. They began searching for food, water, and other some suitable place to rest. So on the way, they made a sweet discovery. Their search, while they were searching in the forest, led them to a beautiful field where tall golden corn swaying gently in the breeze. They found this beautiful land. There were a lot of trees with fruit-bearing trees, and so many things were there. So they thought that it was quite a good place to take some rest. In the middle of the field, there was a well and a raised platform. Some kind of wooden platform like thing was there. A farmer named Sharavana Bhatta stood atop the platform. He was keeping a watchful eye over his crops so that birds, so many things, predators would come and then eat the crops. Therefore, he watched and then drove away those birds, things like that. But when he noticed the king and his accompaniments, the farmer greeted them very warmly. He said, "Please come, welcome, your majesty. You must be weary from your journey. Please help yourselves to the corn. You can take as much of corn, as much of fruits, as much of whatever that is available in the field, and drink very good water. This well is, we have a well which is giving very beautiful water. You can drink from the well, and please take rest under the shade of the trees." Sharavana Bhatta said with lot of smile, and then he invited them with lot of hospitality. So the king was grateful for the hospitality. Bhoja and the men, they were also thirsty, they were all hungry, so they very eagerly began to eat the sweet corn, quenching their thirst with the cool water from the well. Now suddenly a strange thing happens. As they were enjoying their stay there, Sharavana Bhatta climbed down from the platform. Where he was in the platform, he comes down from the platform. Suddenly his behavior changed. He started shouting at the king, "How dare you eat my corn without my permission?" He shouted. "This field is my only source of income. I have toiled and then I have struggled hard to bring all this harvest and all those things. If you are taking everything, how will I survive? You all leave this place at once." So King Bhoja was astonished. Of course, he apologized and asked his men to go away from the field. So they all said, "Okay, we are very sorry. We have taken your car and all those things without your. We are going back," and then they were going back. But as they were preparing to leave, the farmer, this Sharavana Bhatta, climbed back onto the platform. As soon as he climbed the platform, his attitude shifted once again. He talked to this king and everybody. "Why are you leaving, your majesty?" He called out very cheerfully. Come, 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 have, please. Eat as much as you like and then drink all the water you need. You are my honored guest. Please come, please come." He was. So King Bhoja, upon hearing this, he was puzzled. Why this Sharavana Bhatta is behaving like this? His behavior changes every time. When he climbs onto the platform, he is behaving in a very soft and very humble way. But when he comes down, he is talking in a different way. Curious. Bhoja was curious to know why this. Then he thought that he will buy this entire piece of land and then try to find out the cause, investigate all those things. So Bhoja offered to buy the entire cornfield for whatever value it. I will pay 10 times that value. And this Sharavana Bhatta was also very happy because he could get 10 times the price of the market price. Overjoyed by this generous offer, the farmer gladly agreed. He sold. After purchasing the field, Bhoja instructed to examine the entire field there, and then he asked his men to dig where this platform, where this Sharavana Bhatta was standing and then behaving differently when he was there, and then when he came down, he was behaving in a different way. Bhoja Raja, king instructed his men to dig beneath the platform, To their astonishment, they uncovered its secret. To their amazement, they unearthed the magnificent golden throne with 32 steps. A throne, Simhasana, with 32 steps. Each step held a dazzling golden doll carved with exquisite details. Beautiful dolls. Each of the steps were, these dolls were fixed there. The throne of legends, this is. Bhoja was mesmerized by the beauty of the throne and he decided to take it to his palace. But when his men tried to lift it, the throne wouldn't budge. No matter how many men he called, it remained firmly rooted to the ground. It never came out. Bhoja Raja was confused. He called his wise minister for advice. He called all the council of ministers for advice. So the ministers explained that this throne is not ordinary throne. It must have been belonged to a great king of the past. Such a treasure cannot be moved without proper respect to it, proper reference to it. You must worship it before attempting to move it, they said. Following the minister's advice, King Bhoja arranged a grand ceremony to honor the throne. Priests chanted sacred mantras and offerings were made. Only then the throne allowed itself to be moved to the palace. Then they could lift the throne and then they moved it to the palace. So they kept the throne in a very beautiful, suitable place, so that very prominent place. On an auspicious day, King Bhoja, he wanted to go and sit on the throne. So he went. As he placed his foot on the first step, he just put his step on the first foot on the first step. All the 32 golden dolls on each side, they all began clapping and laughing. They started laughing with great clappings. The king was astonished. So now the king asked the first doll, "Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing? Why are you clapping and laughing?" The doll replied, "This throne, the Simhasana, it belonged to the legendary king called Vikramaditya. A ruler who was known for his bravery, wisdom and justice. Only a ruler who is equal to this kind of qualities, this kind of virtues, can climb and sit on this throne." Then it asked, "Tell me, King Bhoja, are you as noble and wise as Vikramaditya?" It questioned. So Bhoja Raja was humbled by the doll's words. He replied, "I do not know much about King Vikramaditya." He very humbly and requested, "I do not know." He told them, told the dolls, "I do not know much about King Vikramaditya. Please tell me his story, so I may learn from his greatness and strive to be a better king." Very humbly and then with a lot of curiosity, he asked the dolls. The doll smiled and began recounting tales of Vikramaditya's unmatched valor, his unwavering sense of justice, and his profound love for his people. Each doll shared a story, and with every tale, every story, Bhoja gained a deeper understanding of what it meant to be a true ruler. From that day onwards, King Bhoja devoted himself to emulating Vikramaditya's virtues. He ruled with fairness, courage, and wisdom, earning the love and respect of the people. The throne remained a powerful symbol in his court. It reminded him daily of the qualities of a king uh, who must possess the qualities a king must possess. So the golden throne of Vikramaditya not only became a treasure of Ujjaini, but also an eternal source of an inspiration to King Bhoja and future generations. So with this, we will close this story and then continue the story, continue all the 32 stories in our next episodes. I hope the story was quite interesting. Please like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. Please post your comments in the comment box. Thank you for your valuable time, viewers.